I went to Miami-Dade College. It was a community college at the time I went to it, and after 2 years I transferred to Georgetown. I still don't know how, but I'm very happy I made it. And as is the case for many of my peers, I arrived alone. I arrived to DCA by myself with 2 big luggage bags. And at the time, GSP actually provided a shuttle. Now we actually have incredible supporters who come and pick up students personally and take them to campus. But knowing that there was a shuttle waiting for me that GSP had arranged for meant a world of a difference. I felt so alone arriving. I didn't know what this new world was going to be like. And that simple touch of having someone waiting for me, even if it was a strange man who was driving my shuttle, it was like there's someone waiting. I don't have to try to fight my way through to cabs. And that was my first interaction. And then the following week, I did the pre-orientation program that the Georgetown Scholarship Program puts together. And through there, actually, my best friends at Georgetown really came out of that program. And in that program, little things like going to a budget boot camp, where I was actually taught, like, okay, now I'm going to have to deal with my own finances, and they're going to be very limited. So how do I make them, how do I survive and thrive on them, right? And actually, there were key lessons I learned in that budget boot camp that I still, like how to say no to dinner at $17.89 when a few friends want to go out. Got some great excuses from that budget boot camp. So then that was my arrival to Georgetown, and then through my time at Georgetown, I like to think that there's obviously the family that we're born into, which means the world to us. But then there's families that we adopt, and families that adopt us, and families that we grow into. And GSP really, truly has been that family that has adopted me and that I have adopted as my own. Just to give you, a few examples, like a quick example, when last summer I was working in Houston for Teach for America, and on my last day of my internship, I got a call that said that my grandfather in Colombia had passed away. And after calling my family members directly, the second call I made was to the GSP office. And if that doesn't tell you how much that office means to me, I don't know what could. Because when I felt so lost and I didn't know how I was going to make it to Colombia for his funeral, the office was there, and I knew they would be there, and it was summer, and they found a way to help me and allow me to get there. And little things like that, well, that's actually a huge thing, but this really embodies, what the Georgetown Scholarship Program does. And so moving forward, I had this crazy idea about 5 months ago that I would start my own business, and it's an ice cream business that makes ice cream with liquid nitrogen. And so moving forward, this is a big risk as a student, right? As an entrepreneur, anytime you decide you're going to start something new, it's a huge risk. You don't know what you're going to lose. I personally didn't even have much to start with, so I almost didn't even know that it was going to be a possibility that I pursued this dream of starting my own business. And through the support of the GSP network, especially some of our donors and supporters, including Barbara Crocker, who has been like a mom since I started doing Lulu's, and Ivana Espinosa, and even Dean McQuaid, who has supported. And I'm definitely missing lots of names who have, Michelle, who comes and tweets when she comes to our farmers market, and so many more of you, Scott, who rallies for us. And anyway, so this family kind of propelled me and said, you know what? Chances are, statistically speaking, you wouldn't be able to do this. You wouldn't be able to start your own business. You actually probably shouldn't even be graduating college right now. But these people have really come in and stepped in and said, what do you need? That's literally the one question everybody, what do you need? And whatever I say, it happens. They find a way to make it happen. And so moving forward, I know that many of you can relate to this, students, when you know that there was a rock in your experience at Georgetown, and that rock was definitely the family we have built around GSP. And I think our experiences are unique. I was thinking, why are we such a special group? And there are many, many things which have already been covered. We're outliers. We defy all chances. And I can't wait to see the things that our group does, because we've made it this far. We've beat so many obstacles. And moving on, I would like to actually give a few thanks. Many of the people who I wanted to thank were wonderfully thanked by James earlier. But to our loved ones, if you're around your loved ones, please just make eye contact right now and really share that gratitude and tell them, to my family, they have sacrificed so much for me to make it to this point, and I know that every single one of you can relate to that. So please thank them and understand that they have given up so much for us to make it to this point. I don't even know how we can thank them enough, but we try. To our peers, I have to say that some of the friends I have made here, who have been there for me when I need to make 5 a.m. trips out to Maryland to get my first tank of liquid nitrogen for this crazy idea, and who have, after 4 exams in a row, still been there to help me through an event. And I know you all have those friends who have done similar things. I can't wait for our friendships to continue growing and to continue building stronger bonds. To the supporters from the staff who have really grown to be like family members, and who I will miss dearly, because I don't know who I will call now when emergencies like that will come up. It'll still probably be you. The generosity we've experienced through GSP is unparalleled. The privilege that it is to be in this program and to be a part of this family is beyond anything. And so, the sacrifices our families have made, the investments that our supporters have made, the labor of love that the staff does in and day out, it's all working. It's accounting to a very strong knit community. We're a family. And I hope that if we all take anything away from this, is that we're only here and we only got this experience because people made it happen. And we can be those people in the future, starting now, actually. And so I think that's a huge duty that I hope to carry out as I graduate and become an alumni. And I hope that peers, you'll join me as we continue to do what so many wonderful people have done for us, for others. And so thank you very much, and congratulations, graduates.